Well, howdy. I know I promised y'all a review of the bucked up endurance stack here after I ran that 4x4x48 challenge run the other weekend about a month ago. Things didn't go too well in that. I did about 4x4x24, and then between massive leg spasms and my shoulder just killing me from all the running, I had to tap out after only doing 28 miles of it. So I kind of looked around and I wanted to do something else to kind of test it, because I didn't think that was really a good test. I was kind of short. So what I did while I was looking around, this group here, SORBA Jacksonville, they just opened up a brand new trail set. It's going to be mountain bike parks and riding parks and things like that. And to open it up, they ran a cyclocross series in October. That was a 4-race series, one race a month, one race a week over the month, and I thought that'd be just awesome. I love cyclocross. So I dug out my ancient vintage Yeti cyclocross bike. They actually made those a long time ago, and went out and ran. Had an absolute blast because I just love cyclocross. Was reminded of how absolutely terrifying these old-fashioned cantilever brakes are when they're wet and you're bombing downhill at breakneck speed. And actually gave these things a fairly decent test. Overall, what it boils down to, they work for me. Some worked a bit better than others. Some of them was a little bit hard to use in a cyclocross environment, which is a really unique type of bike racing. But overall, they work for me. I'm going to stick with them. First one, full bore pre-workout for endurance. I like it. I'm keeping it. Works a whole lot better than the beetroot juice extract I was using. It seems to actually have a bit of a stimulant effect without actually jacking up the heart rate. I wear a heart rate monitor when I'm racing, so I can tell the difference. You get a bit of a stimulant effect, but it does not spike your heart rate. That's good. Also seems to clean up a little bit better than straight beetroot juiced extract. Next one up is long range. I like that too. Now for cyclocross, it's kind of problematic. Just because of the intensity of the sport, you really don't have time to be pulling a drink bottle off of your bike and drinking. So I couldn't use it that way, but it seemed to work for me. I like hydrating a lot before the race, and then I like drinking this kind of electrolyte stuff after the race because I'm usually pretty spent. This stuff worked good before and after it. I tried it the standard, the way they recommended first. I thought that was a little bit strong, so I tried it about half of what they recommended it for the next race. It seemed okay, but maybe I was just used to it. I went back to the full strength, how they recommended it, and that's how I used it the rest of the time. They're both good flavors. Personally, I wound up liking the lemon lime better, so I'm going to keep buying that one. And the last part of their endurance stack is their original branched chain amino acids. Amino acids are more a recovery thing than anything else. You don't really feel them and you don't really notice them during the event because you're usually taking them after the event. If it was a long event, you might want to take them during the event, but cyclocross is an all-out 1-hour sprint. As far as I can tell, they're working just as good as every other branched chain amino acid I've ever used. Well, that's it. Stuff works for me. I'm not one of their ambassadors. I'm not getting paid for this. I bought the stuff with my own money, used it, decided I liked it. Now down the road, I might put in to become one of their ambassadors. And if that happens, I'll let you all know. They've got a few other products I'm going to take a look at that seem awful interesting. But at the moment, this is as far as I've got. One more little thing. Very first race of the season, I got on the podium. Now, third place in a minor race like that might not seem to be a whole lot to some folks, but after over 12 years of not racing cyclocross and more than a decade since I've been on the podium, it's kind of nice. I'll take it. Well, that's it for now. We'll catch y'all later.